So the United States is now spiraling out of control. And this is causing many businesses to go under. Some business owners are stressed out beyond belief. We are seeing inflation around the world, and we are seeing more layoffs than ever before. But why is this happening all of a sudden, the same time? What is going on? Well, I want to break this down because somebody just sent me a comment the other day and asking a very similar question. Well, what's happening right now is actually self-inflicted, and it's going to get worse. So I'm going to break all this down in just a moment, but all I ask is one thing. It takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoyed these daily updates, and now let's begin. So yes, what is happening right now, the crises that we are facing, is somewhat self-inflicted by us as the American people, the employees, and the employers. Here's what's going on. Now, first, I want to read you this comment. This comment is something that you have probably already experienced, whether, as to which side of it you're on, I don't know. But listen to what this person had to say. And then I'll explain why the United States is spiraling out of control, and experts believe it's going to get far worse. Listen to this. This person wrote and says, I don't see how it is even possible to run a profitable business in the U.S. nowadays. Everything costs more money. Employees, goods, utilities, leases, services, and so on. But we are now in a cycle that we can't get out of. Back in July, a long-term employee asked me for a raise because her rent was going up. So I obliged and gave her an additional $1 per hour, which I thought was more than fair, and she agreed. Then a few other employees asked for small raises just recently as well. I gave in to them too. Then in September, I had to reduce my staff since I couldn't continue increasing prices on our services. But in doing so, I needed to give the duties to the other employees. And again, they asked for a raise. If I keep giving raises, I will need to fire more people and then redistribute the duties. And I will be right back here in a few months. What are businesses doing to get away from this? Now, think about this, okay? People keep on asking for raises. As they ask for raises, the price of the goods or the services have to go up, or you have to reduce your expenses. Well, look at this. Disneyland, okay? Disneyland is hiking prices again. It says analyst finds Disneyland prices have gone up as much as 114% over the past decade. You know why Disneyland continues to hike prices? Because they are paying their employees more money. Because food is costing more money. Utilities, more money. Right? Taxes cost more money. Everything is going up. As a result, these businesses have to increase the amount that they are charging for their goods or their services. Guess what? There's going to come a time where these businesses can't keep increasing prices. For instance, let's look at McDonald's. McDonald's kept on increasing prices, where in some cities it costs about $18 for a Big Mac meal. $18. That wasn't upsizing it to a large either. That was your regular medium size. Hey, your Big Mac, a medium fry, medium drink, $18. Well, guess what? There was a lot of pushback from consumers. Consumers stopped spending that money. They did not want the Big Mac meal because they weren't going to spend $18 on a meal. Guess what? McDonald's had to come out and offer a discount meal. For $5, you can get a meal. You can get either a McChicken or a McDouble. You can get 4 nuggets, a small fry, and a small drink. Only $5. It's pretty good, right? Well, guess what? We know Arby's now has a discount meal. Taco Bell has a discount menu, right? We know Jack in the Box has a discount menu. Wendy's, again, they're the first ones that really did it, the 4 for $4. We know, what's the other one? Well, there's many. Carl's Jr.'s has one, okay? Burger King, the list goes on and on, right? Everybody has a discount menu. But here's the issue. If they offer discounts, right, until they offer discounts, people stop coming in. And if consumers stop coming in, the business isn't making money and the employees aren't going to get paid. Here's the reason why this is a problem. This is what one person wrote on X just the other day. It says, due to record profits, employees are demanding more money. As a result, the companies give it to them, but raise their prices in the process. Due to businesses raising prices, customers can't afford the goods, so they stop coming. As a result, businesses start to offer discounts or eventually lay off their employees. One of the two has to happen. Once this happens, employees demand more pay to compensate for doing multiple jobs, and so they're giving a small raise. But once again, companies need to make a profit, so they raise prices or lay off other employees, and the cycle starts all over again. Now, there was something called, it still is something, but it's called the wage price spiral, where the prices of goods go up, right? Prices are here, wages are here. Prices of goods go up. And in order for you, as just a regular citizen, to afford those prices, you need a little bit more of a raise. So your wages go up, right? But now you're making more money. As a result of you making more money, these other companies think, oh, well, we should be able to raise prices. So they raise prices. But in order for you to pay for that stuff, you need a little bit of a raise. So it goes up. But guess what? Those companies are greedy, so they want more money. As a result, they raise the price of their product. But guess what? You want a little bit more money to afford said product, or your rent, your utilities, your insurance payments. So you ask your employer for a raise. This is the wage price spiral, where prices and wages continue to go up. This is the issue. If you get locked into that, there's really no telling when it stops. This could go on forever. This could be an infinite crisis. Now, this is why I'm bringing this to your attention. We are now starting to see some discount retailers close their doors. For instance, Dirt Cheap, closing their doors. Big Lots, closing their doors. They're going to close over 500 locations. It's a massive closure. We're already seeing Walmart, and I talked about this recently as well, where Walmart, and I talked about this morning, but Walmart is now telling their customers, or the CEO is coming out saying that they're doing everything in their power to bring prices down, to make sure prices are sustainable to their customers. Right? That's good news. But then I'm hearing from other people that no, they're not doing everything in their power. What they're trying to do is eliminate the workers, right? Make sure that technology can run the business. And so that's what's giving them a little bit of an edge. The other thing that's giving them a little bit of an edge and making sure prices can come down is they're asking their suppliers, the companies that manufacture the goods, to give them a discount so that they can bring prices down to bring employers, to bring customers back into their business so that they can start making some more money. Again, it's a never-ending cycle. When does it stop? That's the big question. When would this stop? Now, look at this. Denny's restaurant closes in Pendleton. There's actually multiple Denny's around the United States that are closing. Some are saying it's becoming more and more difficult. It's difficult for the employees. It's difficult for the customers, that they just don't have the money. They just don't have the money that they once did. Some employers are finding it very difficult to hire in the restaurant business because of tipping culture right now. Many people don't want to tip 25, 30%. And here's what I think is interesting. Businesses are now starting to add in these kind of surcharges. One person wrote, it was probably a few weeks back, maybe a month or so ago, and they wrote to me and said that they were just charged a surcharge of $2.50 for free parking. They were charged $2.50 for free parking. How is that free parking? It's $2.50. Yeah, so every single bill at the restaurant, and I don't remember where it was at. I might have mentioned it here on the channel back then, but I don't remember for sure. But again, $2.50 for free parking. Okay? Another one. I know I talked about this one on the channel where somebody wrote to me and said that they were charged like $3 and it was for like a employee retention or something, or a employee, I don't remember exactly what it was. Something that just increases the morale of the employees. Okay, great. You give them $3. But they add that in there automatically. That's a surcharge. They add in all the different surcharges. Okay. And then at the very end, a tip. And they tell you, here's what 20% is. Before, the minimum was like 5 to 10%. This was years ago. Now the minimum is 20%. So I'm looking at some of these different receipts, some of these different, before I go and completely check out, and it starts at 20%. It's 20, 25, 35, not even 30%, 20, 25, 35, 40%. Not kidding. This is what we're now seeing. So now consumers don't even want to go into restaurants anymore because they don't feel like they need to pay 30% tip on top of whatever it is. That's what's crazy about all this. And again, you're paying 30%, but in a state that you have to pay taxes on, you're going to pay 30% on top of your bill plus the tax. Yeah. Again, a lot of people are fed up with this, and this is why many people don't want to work in the restaurant business. This is why businesses are closing. Okay? This is just the beginning. And again, I bring this to your attention because experts believe 2025 is going to be far worse than 2024. And I can tell you right now, millions of people are struggling because of what 2024 has dealt them this past year. So we're going to see what happens moving forward, but that is what we know as of today. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.